What's going on? It's your dog Art Man Boxing, and we're back with another art session. I know it's been a long time since we had one of those, but yeah, I'm back working, man. It's almost that time. It's almost Big Shark time. Big Shark energy, you know what I'm saying? Versus Udonis Ugas. You see that right there at the Cowboy Stadium. Art man, he gotta make his money. You know what I'm saying? We gotta start working. So let's talk about it, dude. I got my joint rolled. Let's get it talking. Said TC Frankie said salute, bro. Shout out to you, man. Um, dude, I just been watching boxing this week, man. Shout out to all the fighters who put the life on the line this past weekend. Uh, shout out to you guys, but fuck Josh Taylor. I just got to come out and say that, man. We got to say fuck Josh Taylor because this guy robbed Jack Catterall, robbed him in broad daylight. That shit was crazy as hell. Said salute, yeah, salute. Hey, you got to get this one, loyal to the game. I got some man. Hold on, this one right here. Look, yeah, at the Cowboy Stadium. It's an instant classic, just like that Danny Garcia one. Let's go. Let's motherfucking go. But my brother D Hive said, "What up, man? Shout out to the bro D Hive. Hold on, let me send my bro the link real quick. Feels good, feels great. Yeah, let me touch up on this shit though. Back to what I do best. They don't call me Art Man for no reason. But yeah, hold on, let me spark this real quick before we get started on that shit. Said, let me get some cheese. Don't worry about it. Just hit me up on payday. You know what I'm saying? Put a little something to the side for Art Man Apparel, man. Hold on, let me get this shit right. I'm on time, but y'all gotta give me a second. Okay. Artmanapparel.com. Let it be known. That's how we do shit. Yeah. Let's go. What's going on, brother D Hive in the building?
What's up? But you said fuck Josh Taylor. You
Yeah,
said
fuck Josh Taylor.
you,
You see who's on the screen? A
you
real
said
motherfucking champion right here, nigga.
you
Not
said
no
fuck Josh Taylor.
fuck Josh Taylor, nigga, and
Damn.
what he stand for, the click he claim, all that
Oh,
shit,
oh
nigga,
God. Oh
all that,
damn.
nigga. But I've been saying that shit for the longest though, but they gotta see it. Now they finally see it.
Oh man. The thing about it is I don't even be disliking these fighters personally. It's just their fans be so ready to turn them into like Thanos, and it's just like, no, calm down. Let them earn it some. Let them
I
put
don't even like Josh
intellectual.
Taylor personally. I'm gonna
Oh
keep it
shit.
on it. Because that slick shit he tried to say about motherfucking Wilder and shit,
Wilder.
bro. And then he
Yeah.
being, associated with who he's associated and you know what I'm saying? If I don't fuck
Yeah.
with the niggas he fuck with, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
That
yeah.
Wilder curse is real,
It's real.
bro.
It's pretty real. It's pretty real. Just like the Madden curse, all that. It's real, bro.
Everybody done suffered. Charlo,
Bro.
Colbert, Taylor, Porter,
Adam
every
Kalnaki,
kind of everybody.
everybody.
Talking that shit. The universe has spoken. Just like Lomachenko getting fucking drafted, the universe has spoken.
They hated that one on Twitter today.
They're so annoying. I'm like, dude, why are you guys sucking this dude's asshole for doing what he's supposed to do? He's Ukrainian. That's his home. Or would you not defend your house that you live in? Like, would you just let someone run in roughshod and steal everything while you stay at a hotel? Like,
In
dude,
California on the beach, chilling.
right? Like the fact that we had to publicly damn near shame him into doing what he's supposed to do. Like, I respect him because he can possibly die and he's fighting in a war if he even is fighting. Because keep in mind, Prince Harry, quote unquote, served in Afghanistan. How much actual combat do you think he really saw? So it's also one of those situations. Y'all got to keep in mind that the Klitschko brothers, Usyk, Lomachenko, they may or may not really be out there fighting. All that PR press shit is cool, but we're not seeing them actually exchange gunfire with Russians. So let's just calm all that down. But either way, he's supposed to be there. He's not above it. He's not above it just because he's a fucking boxer and y'all like him. He's supposed to be over there.
Yeah,
So I mean,
but I know top rank thinking like, what the fuck? Yeah, this is what happens when you decide to fucking sign all out fucking foreigners and shit like that. This shit can happen. Not saying there's nothing wrong with us hiring a foreigner, but I'm just saying when it comes to
yeah,
like a boxer, you know what I'm saying? This is certain things that can happen. Like, what if your fighter gets called into duty to fight for his country? You got to think about shit like that. That your whole
exactly.
investment has to leave.
Yeah, and my man Anthony Geathers, he's African American and fought for the United States. He didn't have to do that. He had zero obligation. Just did it
Mm.
because. So and he don't get enough credit. Even Jamel Herring. Jamel Herring don't get his ass kissed every day because he fought for his country and he didn't even have to. He had no obligation. So same with Michael Coffey. So it's like y'all just dudes can do the bare fucking minimum and get all this goddamn respect. I know y'all gonna suck his ass anyway, but I mean y'all just looking for stuff at this
Man,
point.
but you know what got me laughing is all the people saying, "Oh, how can you be so selfish, sharp man? Talk about Devin Haney versus George Kambosos. Now that Lomachenko's out the picture, nigga. Do you want me to have sympathy for you? Do you the same people who didn't have sympathy for me when I was pleading out, man, why our brother can't get this undisputed match? Now y'all talking about art, man. Where's the sympathy for Lomachenko? Man, fuck all that shit. Devin Haney versus George Campos was 2022. That's what the
Yeah, yeah.
fuck we talking about.
Y'all should be focused on the fight. Y'all not donating to any Ukrainian cash apps. So like like get the fuck out of here. Like y'all should be focused on making undisputed, especially now that y'all almost have no choice. Who else is Cambosos gonna be fighting? You gonna push him to fight Ryan Garcia? He gotta fight. He gotta fight fucking Togo's chicken sandwich or whatever.
And you see the lengths that these bitch made niggas go through, man. All the
Yeah.
Duck Devin Haney, they getting mad. They acting like we trying to fucking have. They make it seem like we're punishing George Kambosos for asking him to fight Devin Haney. We're fucking bullying him. My thing is, man, with George Kambosos in this Lomachenko situation, you guys try to pull a fast one on us, and the universe didn't like that shit. Now Lomachenko ass is out of the fucking picture. You know what I'm saying? It's fucked up, but shit happens. And to be honest, it's not that fucked up because look at y'all. Y'all was sitting here telling us we should go fucking screw ourselves because we want undisputed at lightweight. And then y'all turn around and want us to have sympathy for y'all. You can't make this shit up, y'all. You really can't make it up. And they knew Cambosos was losing them goddamn belts. Of course they do it. Of course they do that shit, man.
Sorry about
Look at
that.
the guy.
Had to mute real quick because fucking fire alarm went off. But anyways, we're good now.
Yeah, I hate when that shit happens. But yeah,
Yeah.
motherfucking George Cambosos, he was gonna lose those belts regardless of who he fights next, man. Y'all just didn't want that shit to go to Devin Haney. Because
Yeah,
that's
that,
just gonna
that's
put Mr. Pillow Fist that y'all say is gonna put him in the history books.
instant Hall of Fame off one fight. Undisputed and Hall of Fame off one fight. Devin Haney can literally retire right then and be better than almost all your favorite fighters.
Including Lomachenko.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. Devin already is better than Lomachenko, which is why they didn't want the fight to happen when it was supposed to.
Bro, we live in the era of who have you beat. I hate that I have to say that shit, man. The who has he beat era.
That only started to protect Canelo. They never asked that with Mayweather. Never.
Never. Never.
Not at all. But then again, they couldn't because Mayweather only fought people that had beat some damn body. He even made Canelo fight Trout. He was like, nigga, you ain't
Think
fighting me till
about it.
you beat somebody.
Think about it. Maidana came off a victory over not knocking out, but beating AB. The public wanted to see Maidana fight Floyd, bro, because they thought he was gonna knock out Floyd.
Yeah. Yeah, they really
And
believe that
Floyd
shit.
gave the public that fight.
Not once, but twice.
but twice and dismantled him twice.
and they still talk shit.
And they
Canelo
still talk shit.
Canelo won't fight Andre once, won't fight Benavidez once, wouldn't give Lara a rematch, wouldn't fight Charlo at all. So it's like you're comparing apples to fucking cotton balls, bro. Like like it's not even the same. And,
What?
and I keep trying to tell people that's the only reason why they keep forcing Canelo down our throats is because they want a Mayweather equivalent. You're not getting a Mayweather equivalent to Canelo. I don't care how many times you become undisputed. It matters who you beat. They keep trying to hype up the belts and shit. No, you need to be beating people. You need to be beating people that the public
People
view,
want.
yeah, that the public views would give you the most challenge.
Because y'all
Mayweather,
could say Bivol. I'm gonna keep it 100, D Hive. Y'all could
yeah,
say Bivol, and Bivol can be a real live threat for Canelo, but the public don't give a fuck about that shit. I'm talking about casuals with a mixture of hardcore fans. We really don't care together collectively because we would prefer, a familiar face, a fresh face, a
right,
black face. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real, man. America loves a good Mexican versus Black American scrap, dude.
yeah. And now me, I'm gonna say this. Like I said, we disagree on the Bivol thing, and that's cool. But I'm gonna say this: as opposed to fucking Smith, Yildirim, Saunders, and Plant, I only want Canelo to fight 5 people, and with that, I would have been satisfied with whatever he did. I just wanted to see him fight Charlo, Andrade, Benavidez, Bivol, Beterbiev. That's it. I don't care about Kovalev. I don't even care about the 168 division as a whole. I never wanted him to campaign there. He just did that because he knew it was an easy, clean sweep after Benavidez lost the straps. I just wanted him to fight those 5 motherfuckers. And if you smoked all those dudes, I'd be like, hey, aside from the steroids, nothing we can really say about him. He killed everybody.
You think he fighting Bivol on the up and up? No rehydration clause, no nothing.
Bivol is not huge. I mean, he is a solid puncher for 175, but he's known for his boxing ability. I don't know why he wouldn't fight him at 175, and be regular about it. He gonna be juicing. Shit, might as well.
You could tell he juicing by the schedule, huh? Let's keep it 100 on this channel.
I can tell he's juicing because the nigga came from 140. I don't need no more evidence.
Shit.
Like, bro, like I said, if Crawford, like what Canelo is doing is the equivalent of Terrence Crawford going to fight Joe Smith Jr. That's how you can tell the difference between a natural and an unnatural athlete.
Shit. Side note, because I got a response. He says if Haney gets the belt from Cambosis, does Loma finally fight him after the war is over? I tell you what, Lomachenko rather fight a war in fucking the Ukraine before he fight Devin Haney. Make that make sense.
And you know what? I was thinking that myself. I was actually thinking it the other way around. I was like, shit. So when Loma whooped Cambosis ass in the United States, I want to know if the first name he calls isn't Devin Haney, bitch shit. Throw him away. Throw him in the fucking garbage.
They
I
won't
don't want
even
to hear
say
shit else.
nothing because they'll say, "What has Devin Haney even done?" While
Exactly.
Lomachenko was fighting George Cambosis.
But meanwhile, they want Tank to fight Lomachenko. And keep in mind, I think Tank will stop the shit out of Lomachenko. But they want to talk about resumes. Devin Haney has a better resume at 135 than Tank, but they want Tank to fight Lomachenko. That shit's funny.
They wanted Tank to fight Lomachenko while he was 21.
Yeah, well, he was at 126. Yeah.
Make it make sense, huh? But I thought y'all said Canelo was too young. But it's like I say, a lot of these fans, these race fans, they give us that super Negro complex where they know that we're so fucking skilled, but they like to talk shit. But they indirectly tell us that they know our fighters are really good because they expect them to be. They expect them to exceed expectations.
Right. And the thing is also they don't want Tank to fight Lomachenko now because Tank is in the same situation Canelo's in when he fights people. Tank is coming down from 140. Lomachenko has never fought above 135. So they're like, oh shit, Tank gonna put the heaters on him. So now all of a sudden, oh, it's a problem. Tank should have done it earlier. It's like, no, nigga. I'm gonna use the Canelo logic. Tank is the draw. Tank makes all the money. He fights who he wants whenever he wants. So if Lomachenko wants some smoke now, it's straight. All
The
that.
media, the media fans made me hate Lomachenko, high key. Not hate him like where if I see this niggas on site, but just like I hate when they bring his name up because it's like, dude, you guys didn't hype this guy up so much. Y'all didn't even let me see from my own eyes to see if this guy was really legit. And from the shit I've seen, he doesn't look no better than fucking Devin Haney or Javante Davis. It ain't none of that shit.
100%. And the thing about it is, if you're gonna anoint someone, wait till they actually put in the work. I understand you on some fuck Josh Taylor type of time, and that's perfectly fine. But at the very least, he became undisputed and actually beat multiple people in a row to
Yeah, I
actually
give
earn
him
some of the
that.
spotlight.
I
Yeah,
give him
look,
that. When I say fuck Josh Taylor, I'm not saying oh fuck him forever. I'm saying like basically fuck him when you're bringing up in comparison to fucking Errol Spence and Bud Crawford and motherfucking Javante Davis.
no,
He's last place when you put him next to those names.
no, I wasn't making a case for Josh Taylor. I was just gonna compare him to Lomachenko. I was gonna say
No, I'm just
Lomachenko.
talking about people in general.
Oh, for sure. I was gonna say Lomachenko. They were giving him all these Ali comparisons. He hadn't had a fucking pro fight yet. They were talking about him out of the amateurs. I'm like, wait, hold on. He hasn't had a single fucking. It's kind of like how they were trying to do Andy Cruz because Andy Cruz fucking got over on Keyshawn in the amateurs. They're like, oh, Andy Cruz is the next big thing. I'm like, dude, he's 26 and he's still in the fucking amateurs. Call
Boy,
call.
this nigga about to be selling his fucking metal for some damn bread and water pretty soon, nigga.
That's what I'm
Fuck you
saying.
talking about?
That's what I'm saying. They're like, oh, Andy Cruz beat Keyshawn, so you know he's gonna come in and sweep everybody. I'm like, oh, has he had a single pro fucking fight? No, not
No.
at all. He's a 26-year-old amateur. Okay, well then calm down. I don't
He'll
want to hear
probably
that
come
shit.
into the pros thinking the ref gonna break up a clinch and get fucking uppercut like Josh Taylor did Ramirez.
Yeah, bro. Like
Get slept in the
they
pro
just
game, nigga. It's different.
yeah, they crowning all these dudes. They ain't even put any actual work in yet. It's like, no, calm
I
down.
seen niggas win bronze medals, knock out gold medal niggas. What you talking about? I seen niggas raised off of EBT knock out niggas with gold medals. What the fuck you talking about? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Straight up, nigga.
Did
See niggas,
AJ's
see motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Born and raised in poverty, nigga. Beat a nigga up with a gold medal.
yeah
What you
did
talking about?
AJ
That shit
did,
don't mean nothing.
did AJ's gold medal bail him out of the Ruiz situation, or did he quit like a bitch?
Exactly. Motherfucking Teofimo Lopez, he don't got no gold medal, but he beat the shit out of Lomachenko ass.
Yeah, Deontay
Fuck.
Wilder got a bronze medal. He was cooking people with all these credentials. Oh, elite Cuban amateur, blah blah blah, knocked
Right.
out twice.
Right.
Yeah, look at Deverenchenko. I think Deverenchenko was a Olympic All Star, almost 400 amateur fights, gold medalist, blah blah blah. Charlo came in there and whooped his ass like he stole something.
Nigga, Charlo was looking like super Charlo in that motherfucking fight.
Right. And it was funny as hell because people were like, "Oh, Deverenchenko probably gonna sleep Charlo. Charlo's never fought this kind of
Yeah,
competition."
because
Made
Kobarov and they was saying that shit, and that's why I don't like these bitch ass niggas. Because I'm telling you, it's like this. The reason why I don't like this shit, bro, because I swear to you, not, bro. Before Charlo fought, uh, before that doubleheader they had, people were saying like, man, they fuck around and lose this fight because Rosario just knocked out fucking J Rock looking like a monster, and motherfucking Derevchenko just came off that victory over or robbery over fucking Triple G, so people were doubting Charlos. Man, when Charlos beat them dudes, man, it was silence. There was nothing to hate on. There was nothing to say, and there was nothing to gain because they wasn't saying, oh, he should fight Canelo next. They were just silent. Then when he had this fight with Montiel and they back talking, oh, he's trash. Look at that shit.
yeah. And you know what's gonna be funny?
Yeah.
I can't wait to see Montiel's next fight at 160. I'm like, okay, my because they always talk all this shit about making improvements. Like Montiel couldn't make any improvements, going up in weight. You know, he wasn't weight drained, all that bullshit. I'm like, okay, let Montiel fight somebody at 160, and then we'll see how it go. Just like we gotta let the wins age some. It's just like Pedraza when he fought Lomachenko, he did better than he did against Tank. And now, he might do something with Ramirez. So we just gotta
And now
see.
y'all happy to see Pedraza fight.
Yeah, when he was fighting Tank, it was this is garbage, blah blah blah. When he was undefeated, but all of a sudden now it's like, oh, Ramirez, two dudes who got fucking demolished. Oh, this is great.
Yeah.
But then these same people don't want to see Haney and fucking Cambosis fight, two undefeated world champions. Hilarious.
Shit, can't stand some of them cats. Yeah, we can't stand them either, man. That's why we just come and just eat their ass. I just be having fun on Twitter. Dudes be threatening to get my page, but that's how you know these niggas be bitch made. They be like, "Oh, all right, man. I'm gonna report you. Get your page locked again, bro. What the fuck? Who says that to another grown man?"
Yeah, like these are dudes who derive their self esteem exclusively from Twitter, and you can tell because look, I'm gonna say this: people can call me a dick rider or whatever, but I see you motherfuckers on the same Twitter spaces like clockwork every single day till like 3 in the morning. Sometimes I look at my phone, go on Twitter real quick when I can't sleep. I don't go in spaces. I just see who's in them, and y'all be talking till like 3, 4 in the morning. I'm like, oh my god, like stop.
About
This is how I
about
know.
what?
This is how I know a lot of y'all are unemployed or still fucking in school because they know way you should have that kind of energy. Ain't no way you should have that kind of fucking energy at no 3, 4 in the morning. So yeah, man,
Right,
y'all.
exactly, nigga. I'm working on the live, nigga. Double pay. What the fuck you talking about?
Yeah, so y'all be doing that shit, but then y'all got the nerve to call my nigga right. Be like, oh, look, you're always in the comment section in town, like, and you're always in the space. Fucking big deal. Only difference is the spaces don't be recorded, so you can't be held accountable to what you say. That's the only difference. That's why you're comfortable there.
And they was acting so scary because I remember I did a space, but my shit was recorded and they was afraid to hop on. I'm like, ooh, dude, y'all was just up in here the last time it wasn't recording. What y'all afraid of?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. they
They
that's why
afraid they gonna be capping for Bob Arum again.
no, they're afraid that their feet are gonna be held to the fire because they act so fucking high and mighty, like oh my god, we'll pray for the Ukraine and show some respect and blah blah blah. But then you put them in a space where it's not recorded and they go on all kinds of crazy. You might as well take that shit back to the KKK.
Talking about some pray for the Ukraine, nigga. Niggas ain't praying for me, nigga. I live in the same state where two fucking big time, three, matter of fact, four, matter of fact, shit, we're national news about murders of black American people. I live in that state, couple minutes away from where these people got murdered. And you're not saying, damn, pray for Art, man. Hopefully nothing happened to him out here in this crazy ass state. Y'all don't say that shit. What the fuck I'm gonna say pray for the U game for? Own fucking war going on right here in front of my face. They
Yeah.
talking about pray for them.
And you know what's interesting is that the United Nations actually gave African Americans special asylum status because U.S. black males under slavery and Jim Crow and under current conditions were treated so terribly that African American males actually qualify for political refugee status to other countries. And when the United Nations investigations team wanted to investigate the Deep South for human rights violations, U.S. federal authorities escorted them out. A lot of people don't realize that they be talking about refugees and all that shit. I'm like, the United Nations Human Rights Council granted us this status like 2 years ago, and nobody paid attention. That's how terrible our conditions are. That's how much we're persecuted in this country. That the UN went into a first world nation, conducted an analysis, and said, "Oh my God, African American males in this country are being destroyed. Y'all have the rights to go to another country." But
And,
that didn't make the news. Everyone's just like, nah, get over it. So I'm like,
bro,
okay.
the same way, the same way Jewish people will look at a Nazi or whatever back in the day, it's the same way I look at law enforcement out here.
As you
Seriously.
as you
It's
should.
like I don't look at them as, oh, they're these friendly people. I look at them like, man, if you could avoid every situation, contact with them as possible. Avoid it. Get out of here. Because they stop you, they have the right to kill you with impunity, just like Nazis in Nazi Germany. Am I lying?
No, not at all.
Exactly. So you want to talk about a war? Shit. Y'all about to cop out that war. I
Yeah,
can't cop out this one.
yeah. People are saying that peace talks are resuming because Russia's forces are being annihilated. I'm like, so y'all. I'm just like, so y'all really don't understand the relationship between the two countries. But it's cool. Let them talk. Let the geopolitics experts on Twitter fucking tell it.
He said, they bums, they hating on you. Pray for Black America. Salute. Said, not lying at all. Facts.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all. But I wonder what's next for Josh Taylor. I mean, Josh Taylor said he moving up in weight, but I'm curious who he gonna fight. Is if he
He
gonna
better
try to
not fight fucking
he gonna try to press Bud.
Bud.
He
If he
gonna
fight
try.
Bud, That's gonna be one of the reasons they try to bring back slavery. Cause Bud gonna beat the shit out of him. He gonna beat the shit. I'm talking about like, dude. It's and I thought like this before. It wasn't no because I seen this Jack Catterall performance. I honestly always knew that Bud Crawford can beat the shit out of fucking Josh Taylor. Because yeah, he does things good, but he does things better than the average guy. But when you put him in there with an elite guy like that, it's different.
Yeah. I'm just curious because he can only directly petition, I think, through either the WBO or the WBA. But I'm thinking it's a minefield up there because if you don't go straight to another title shot, imagine having to fight your way to a title shot through all the killers at 147. Like I said on the last live, I don't know if he beats Stanionis. I don't know if he beats Butayev. I can't even imagine what he's gonna do with fucking Spence, Boots, Bud. Who?
I'm not even gonna hold you, man. The way I heard Stanos' live punching Colazzo, Josh Taylor probably break a rib, bro.
That's what I'm saying. So I talked a lot of shit about how the top rank fight between Bud ain't gonna happen because Bud talked all that shit and because Taylor looked horrible. But now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know what else he would do. Like, how is she gonna try to get a title opportunity? I'm
They
just
better
like,
make Josh Taylor versus Mario Barrios.
yeah, I'm like, who you gonna be fighting in the meantime at 147? Because fighting your way back to a title, like if Boots or Ortiz Jr. or fucking Stanionis and them get on the title, like I don't know how much work you really gonna do, bro. Like I don't even know if Josh Taylor beats Ugas at this fucking point. Like I really don't.
Bro, nigga, can you imagine Josh Taylor versus Boots Ennis?
I think that's gonna be one of the fights that never gets made.
Yeah, that'll be what? That's worse than putting Kell Brook in there with Triple G.
Yeah, because nobody is pushing like when Taylor was talking about going up to welterweight. Nobody was pushing him to fight Boots. Everyone says Boots is overrated, but nobody was pushing Taylor in Boots' direction.
Yeah, he
For
overrated. Let's talk about that shit.
yeah, nobody was pushing Taylor in that direction because he'd be destroyed. He wouldn't even be competitive. He wouldn't. He literally wouldn't last that long. So yeah, Boots would stop him in probably five, if that.
Boots is a
But
quiet dude, and they got his name circulating in the media talking about how he overrated, slandering him. Like, what the fuck? He just wake up one morning and niggas just talk about his ass being overrated. Like, goddamn, what the fuck he do to y'all? He just try to young nigga try to come up.
they got to put that narrative out there so all their favorite fighters look like bosses for avoiding him. Oh, he hasn't accomplished anything. Oh, yeah,
Yeah, I already seen it. They already
that's the
talking
new
about Virgil
strategy.
Ortiz selling out the Ford Center, so that's enough reason why he shouldn't fight him.
Yeah, exactly. It's pathetic bullshit. They just don't want to see their people get beat up.
Yeah, little insecurities. You know what I'm saying? We gonna call it how it is, man. I be having people so insulted, but they message me every day, want to know my opinion on boxing. Why is that? That's weird.
It's hilarious because people are saying that Conor Bench should fight Virgil Ortiz Jr. and I'm like, hey, that's a good fight, and I don't like. I understand Virgil Ortiz Jr. is who he is, but that shit might go left. Like I understand y'all think Virgil Ortiz Jr. is this monster because he has all knockouts, even though a lot of them are just referee stoppages and shit. That shit might not go how y'all think it's gonna go. So that's a good fight.
You see them dudes? They was already trying to throw salt on the young Gary Russell's name because that stoppage.
Yeah, I mean, and the same people can say the same shit about Sean Porter. You can say, oh, well, it was the last 30 seconds. Some people say Sean Porter could have finished the fight. So I mean, it is what it is. They're just gonna talk shit. Fuck Postal. He's 38. He was a sacrifice. He needs to take his ass home and defend the Ukraine with the rest of them.
Ain't nobody gonna talk about how he was on his bike though.
Oh yeah, he was hauling ass. He was a
He
fucking
was
track
on his
star.
bike. He was on his bike. He was on his bike.
Yep, Ukrainian track star.
But I ain't mad at him. Shit, you gotta make it home to your baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that was a good fight. Good showing for Russell. Shit.
Dude, I wanted Russell to hit him with that hook that he missed.
Oh my god, the fight would have ended right there. He would have folded, bro.
Bro,
He would have
I was
folded.
like, man, dude, if you just would, if he was an inch closer, that should have been some highlight real shit right there. But
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's timing for everything. I thought he was gonna stop him.
Yeah, I mean, but like like Julia said, it was their father, his brother died. It was a whole. The training camp was real weird. So hopefully next time we'll come in dialed in, and we should get to see some quality action. I can't wait to see who's next opponent gonna be. I think they need to give up Brandon Lee. Like I said,
Sacrifice Brandon Lee.
yeah, and this thing is, it's not even a second fight. He young. They're both young. They're both undefeated. Brandon Lee got like 22 fights. Gary Antoine got like what is it, 16 some fights. So it's time, bro. It's
But he
time.
can't afford no ass whooping like what's his name Akassaz had just recently.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, you get hit like that. I mean, hopefully you'll guard his grill, but or maybe Gary Antoine just stop him to the body. But who knows? That's a good fight for either one because I mean, dude got some power. He's only 22, so he's still growing, and he's a big 140. He's real big.
Yeah, they was talking about. I feel like what these dudes are doing, just because he kind of looked like appearance, he looked like Sean Porter. They're trying to say, "Oh, we got another Sean Porter on our hands." I'm
Like I
like,
said,
dude,
that
what are
that's
y'all talking
disrespectful.
about? What are y'all talking about, Sean Porter? This guy is fucking cracking shit. All
Yeah,
right.
that's disrespectful to Gary Antoine, to be honest, because he's much more skilled than Sean Porter, and that's not just because he's southpaw.
They saying it because he looked like, kind of looked like him when he got the braids and shit.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, if they want to say if they want to say he looks like him, okay, that's fine. But fighting styles, nah, two different animals. Gary Antoine Marshall is much more active with the jab, much more effective body work, doesn't smother his punches. Yeah, he doesn't go in and smother his work. He doesn't lead with his fucking head like an idiot. He doesn't excessively feint and telegraph all his shots. So nah, they don't fight the same. Yeah, they see, yeah, exactly, Tay. They see that unintelligent pressure and they're just like, "Oh my god, it's Sean Porter." I'm like, "No, this is much more intelligent pressure."
He need to train with Barry Hunter.
Well, apparently they got beef. They got beef over there.
Black folks are now beef.
Beefing over turf.
I don't know why. I feel like that'll be a good fucking training camp over there.
I mean, then again, I don't mean to disrespect Barry Hunter, but we Tank spent the majority of his last camp with him. I understand Cruz was a late replacement, but Tank was just in there throwing the same uppercut a bunch of times, not working until he broke his fucking hand. So I'm not gonna sit there and say that, Barry
You
is
don't
the
think
end.
Barry's a good trainer? What you trying to say, D Hive?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say he's a bad trainer, but I mean, the adjustments for Tank weren't as sharp as they should have been. Calvin Ford was in the corner, I believe, for that fight, but I mean, still, I'm just
Yeah, how
like,
you just gonna blame it on some fighters? Be on some I got this type shit.
that's true. Tank is a little hard headed little boy, so
Yeah,
maybe he was just fucking, just throwing the same shit over and over and over.
it's like fuck it. I'm in survival mode right now. I ain't trying to get what I'm saying, knocked out. So I gotta fucking put it on him real quick.
But I don't know. I mean, Barry Hunter. Who else does he train? He's trained France Cruz Dezern. He's trained. Shit, I'm trying to figure out who else. Who else he's fucking trained. I mean, I
Lamont
know.
Peterson.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. There we go. Yeah, but yeah, no, yeah. I just think maybe they need to explore some other options because there's also certain coaches that they train a certain fighting style, so it doesn't complement fight. Like Freddie Roach, he trains a lot of aggressive forward pressure fighters. Same with Eric Morales. Joe Diaz trains a lot of the former Soviet boxers and stuff. Like he trains dudes like Boachuk and fucking, not that he trained Boachuk, but shit, yeah, he gets a lot of those like
What
weird.
type of fighters Ben Davison train?
Ben Davison trains the standard Queensberry boxing purists. That's what he normally does because he's over there in the UK. But he also trains Devin Haney for a little bit, even though Mickey Bay is primarily responsible for Devin Haney's training. Like most people don't realize that, but Mickey Bay is the one that primarily trains Devin Haney. Because
Oh
because
yeah.
Davis, yeah, because Davison goes back to the UK and shit. He lived over there. He can't be with
I
Devin
didn't know
Haney.
Devin Haney and Mickey Bay had something.
Yeah, bro. They've been training him. Yeah, no, they've been training him.
Oh shit, I'm late to the game.
And that's why the Cambosis fight is perfect because Mickey Bay already fought Cambosis. And he damn near beat him. And some people say
Oh
he did.
yeah, that's why they. It all makes sense, Di. You know
Yeah.
that.
It's the perfect situation. That's why they don't want the Devin Haney fight to happen because Mickey Bay whooped Cambosis ass. So it's like, what the hell you think Devin Haney gonna do? especially if they're in a situation where they know they have to get a stoppage. Who better to ask than Mickey Bay, who's whooping on his ass? So they
I've
already
never
know
seen
that
that fight.
you got to watch it because honestly, even with the knockdown, I'm still not sure Cambosis won that fight. I understand with the knockdown, it was a late knockdown, but without the knockdown, he definitely loses. He was getting his ass whooped, bro. And even honestly, even Lee Selby has 30 fights, like 30, 31 fights, 9 knockouts, and I think he whooped Cambosis ass. Oh shit, Julius in the background.
I don't see him.
Oh shit, well Julius, he said he don't see you, so might be some technical issue on your part, bro. But yeah, so yeah,
Oh no,
but
I see.
state on the state side, Mickey Bay is the one that primarily does a lot of his training.
What's going on, brother D? Julius.
What's going on, man? How you doing, Art? What's up, D?
Hey Julius,
Yeah, see what I'm doing. I'm doing what I do best, man.
Yes, sir. Errol Spence.
Hey, Julius. I'll just be laughing some days, man, about that situation, man. About the characters. I ain't gonna say too much, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no doubt.
That
You
shit
know,
is just funny, man.
hey, man.
wait, the characters, what happened?
Yeah, I'm just you gonna know what I'm talking about when I say this. So the reason I'm gonna say this is like throughout history, man, and I'm just gonna say history of my life, because I'm a little older than y'all. You know what I'm saying? We've always done that, and when I say we, I'm talking about black folks, especially more so black women, but black men too. We love to uplift those white guys. We want them to feel comfortable. We want them to feel like they're empowered, and we want to push them on and rally behind them, even though they're gonna give us nothing, but we still like to promote them and just any way we could be of help. You ever heard that
Like
terminology?
that Joe Rogan
Any way
shit.
I could be of help. That's what we do for them. Anything, any way I could be of help. But with the black folk, we start talking about credentials. We start talking about licensing and merchandising, and it's just it never fails, man. These guys have no talent whatsoever, nothing. It's like I think I had said this before. Maybe I said it on another show. I've been in trouble before. Okay, so I go to the courtroom, and if you're in the courtroom, all the black folks are waiting on a court opponent. So a white guy could walk in with a suit and tie on. Black people start talking about, I wonder if that's him. He in the courtroom for a crime himself. But you know what I'm saying? But we always look at them as they's got to be the authoritative figure. He got to be a lawyer because he dressed up with a suit and tie on. Now, no, he in there because he in trouble. But that's just the mindset, man. Black
Ooh.
bro, I'm gonna tell you, man, we are messed up.
So when
We're
you
messed
said
up.
when you said that how can we be of service thing, I was the exact opposite. Because when I remember when I first got a car, motherfuckers be like, "Oh, did you drive up here? Can you give us a ride?" I was like, "Oh no, I took the bus. Nah, I hit my shit and then get in and peel out. Fuck that.
Right.
Ain't about to waste my gas money."
But I'm just saying, man, we always are that helpful towards towards white people. We always, like I say, we see a young young white person on the rise, or we think they on the rise, we're gonna make their name hot. We're gonna start promoting them, even if the person has no.
Oh shit, he broke out.
Yeah. Even if the
That's
person, even if the person is openly against you.
right.
Exactly. Like man, look. Here's an example. There's this company called Say Cheese TV, and
All right.
it's a black owned media outlet or whatever.
Oh, they're black owned.
Yeah, and
Oh, okay.
they're from Arlington, where the
Oh,
Cowboy
okay.
Stadium is at.
I'm gonna follow them now.
Yeah, and they post videos and they have rappers come on there and they say stupid ass shit, just like Vlad TV. And you know what I always say, even though I don't really like that content of just niggas saying stupid shit and incriminate themselves. I say, you know what? The fact that it's on a black TV, a black media outlet, I will like, subscribe, and like every video that come out just because it's black owned. Some people don't have that type of mentality. They'd rather listen to DJ Vlad and be like, oh, nah, fuck that Say Cheese TV
Yeah.
shit. I'm gonna go listen to DJ Vlad.
I'm not gonna cap. That's why I didn't. That's why I didn't fuck with Say Cheese because I thought it was on some DJ Vlad shit. I didn't know black people owned it. I was like, this is just more minstrel shenanigans. But now that I know it's actually black owned, I'm actually go ahead and.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's black owned by this brother named Sean Cotton. Yeah,
Okay.
he's a cool dude. Yeah. But yeah,
Well,
you know what I'm saying? Some people don't have that type of mentality, man. Like
it's go.
they think fucking the water on the white side is most definitely cleaner and safer.
It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool because like it always happens like this. They always get the Negro wake up call. It always happens.
Always.
It don't matter if you're a child. It don't matter if you're grown. Don't matter if you're young. Don't matter if you're old. They always gonna get like, for example, y'all know on Twitter the diaspora wars between the African immigrants and the FBAs has been like on and popping, right?
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, that footage of them Nigerians getting fucked over in Ukraine, suddenly the diaspora people shut the fuck up. all of a sudden, all of a sudden, yeah, all of a sudden it's all quiet on the Eastern Front because they would keep telling us just work harder, get over it. There is no racism. All you do is cry. You live in poverty. Blah 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 blah. But then all of a sudden they're over there getting screwed over because they got to sit in the back of the train like Rosa Parks. Now all of a sudden it's like, oh well, how you gonna apply work harder to that? How about y'all just work harder to get out of the war zone, huh?
Mm-hmm.
How about y'all just work harder to avoid the bullets, huh? Go ahead, work harder.
Yeah. Or y'all could be like us and start your own militia that feeds the babies, protect the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? How
Yeah,
about you do that like
and
us?
go down fighting.
Y'all do that, and then when y'all free up the place or they change the laws, and we just gonna come over there and disrespect y'all, take y'all food and all y'all
Yeah,
resources, and just say y'all niggas is lazy.
take a case to the Ukrainian Supreme Court. How about that? Take some
How
cases
about that?
to the Ukrainian Supreme Court and see if they don't shoot your stupid
absolutely.
ass.
Absolutely. I seen them over there begging to get out of the country. Why you want to leave now? You're one of them. And see, that's what I be talking about. We always, why run now? Fight on with them.
Man, I got this book, Powernomics, by Dr. Claude Anderson, and I
Yes,
was reading
sir.
it, and I learned something, man. It says every group has their own group self interest. I say, you know what? That's true. Not saying that you're wrong or right, but every group has their own group self interest. They want what's best for their specific group. And I want something that's best for my specific group, just like the next man. But for some reason, when black folks want something specific, it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Just like when it comes to this boxing shit, when black folks want to support their own, it's a problem. But you can see Puerto Rican flags, Mexican flags, Cuban flags all day long.
And that's the thing. Everybody
Mm-hmm.
should want undisputed if you like undisputed. If you're the type of person that really cares about belts, you should want undisputed because you're giving people all this credit for fighting over belts despite the belts belonging to, whoever and wherever. Don't try to switch up the energy now that a black person is the favorite to win everything. That's the thing I don't like. Everybody should be pushing for undisputed. But all of
That's
a
what I
sudden,
posted. I said,
yeah.
how can boxing fans all of a sudden not want undisputed anymore? That doesn't make any sense to me. Where did that come from?
And you know what's crazy? They would literally have the 135 division held hostage and held up to wait for Lomachenko to come back. They were talking all this goody good shit about how Gary Russell Jr. was holding up the 126 division, or Terrence Crawford was holding belts hostage, blah, 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 blah. They would literally hold up the entire division where nobody fights for the straps to wait for Lomachenko to finish his fucking tour of duty. That's just pathetic, bro.
Should ask you, good say, man, what you think about George Kambosos holding up the damn lightweight division? Don't you want to see Undisputed?
you know, crazy about what y'all talking about the lightweight division is that division should not be as significant to anyone. You know what I'm saying? Like what makes this division so great now? I'm be fine. The only thing that makes it intriguing is four belts could be on the line. So I'm all for it. Although I've said many times I'm not crazy about the title belts, but when you get to get four of them, do something that's hasn't been done. I think you got to do it, man. And it's guys like Ludabella, you know what I'm saying, who doesn't want that to happen. George doesn't want that to happen. If it was a different champion, if it was a Julius Ndagu, like that, they'd be
Jack
all
Catterall.
for it. Yeah, they'll be all for it. They'll be all for it.
Because look at it. Because they getting their ass kicked by motherfucking guys, 13-1 underdogs that they think they can just defend their belt against. And then these guys losing to these guys instead of losing to the guys that there's actually, are perceived as real life threats to you. They'd rather risk losing to an underdog than fight you.
Oh, and look, one more thing too, man. To jump on fight with Colbert. It's one time that I think the boxing world, even the Coons, were happy about Chris Colbert last night. Chris Colbert, guy that could make a lot of money. He could make a lot of money, man, by just being the warrior or the heel. Because he's not very well liked. All that cooning, and in the end, he folded like a chair. He folded like a chair, man. He's a coward. And I got a voice that you talked about Deontay Wilder and he ain't skilled, and where were your skills at last? You nigga, where was it?
In Mexico.
That's what I put on Twitter. I was like, that dude. I was like, Chris Colbert is Mexican until further notice. Until he get all of his shit together, he is on the temporary.
I said, damn, the Mexicans took an L last night.
Right, and he got zero Mexican support. Zero.
So, you know what the Mexicans did? They laughed at it.
Yep,
they called him overrated.
They were in
there
there
supposed to memes.
They were in
took
there
a couple
shouting,
screenshot memes from them.
They were in there shouting Garcia.
Yeah, they rooted for a Dominican.
They're like Garcia. He's probably like, "Adios, me, huh?"
Yep, that's what happens, man.
So stupid ass.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, talking about. Oh shit! This nigga Jason said Chris Colbert on suicide watch. No, he didn't get. It's not like he didn't get like. I mean, don't get me wrong. He got his ass beat, but he didn't get like a Tiafimo level ass whooping. Tiafimo got fucked up.
But the worst part, he got knocked down by a guy with 3 mouths. And also got dominated. A guy that's basically like average. He got dominated by an average guy. And I seen it coming because it's a sparring session that was out that he did with a guy leading up to this fight. And this guy, who our partner is beating him up. So much so that Chris Colbert put him in a headlock and fell down with him and like almost choked the guy out with an MMA move.
Oh, like what
Um,
happened today when Gil was
yeah,
getting fucked up and then he put him in the
right,
DDT.
absolutely. DDT them.
Oh, he
Yep.
did,
Yeah,
he
he did.
did.
You DDT, you know what I'm saying? And that's
Oh
what
my
Chris Colbert
god.
is. And you can't, go out there with the LBGT colors on and
No, that was for
not
autism. That was for autism.
okay. Well, you go in there with the autism colors and not perform. You gotta perform, man. When you
They
do
said
all
he was
that gimmick,
dancing,
yeah.
dancing all in the music videos.
I'm, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, Colbert. If you listen to homie, I bet not hear you ever in your life. I'm talking in your whole career. Run your mouth about some Shakur, some Oshaki Foster, or some Keyshawn Davis,
Or
Tank.
some
None of them.
Deontay Wilder.
Oh my, none of these people, bro. You better not ever again in your life talk any level of. I because honestly, even when he was talking about Shakur, I was like, okay, Cobra, calm down. You're not that guy. You're gonna get your ass whooped. And then after this, I'm like, oh my god, Shakur would have hospitalized your stupid ass, bro.
Yeah.
Like Shakur would have broken an entire foot off in your ass, bro.
And
And,
then my
and
thing,
my
he talking
thing is
about
this,
Wilder.
bro.
It's like, nigga, Wilder,
Uh-huh.
bro. If he was losing like the way you was losing, he wouldn't just not try to win the fight, nigga. He would try to knock the motherfucker out. I heard this
And
man didn't even try to knock the. He didn't even try nothing after he got hit.
no,
Colbert
he was
not strong.
content. He wanted to just finish the fight. Thing is this right here. People talk about Deontay getting stopped, but that's because he's willing to go out on his shield. Like if we look, they always want to say that black fighters are slick. Black fighters this. But a lot of those guys that say really don't really know boxing like that because black fighters throughout the history has always shown ready. You know how your man Bread Man say ready to die. Kamikaze fighting. Black fighters have done that too many times. Do you
Yeah.
think Aaron Pryor would have went out and just let that guy outbox him, and he just would have walked down the ring, hugged him, and said, "Hey man, you did a great job"? No, he gonna have to knock him out. To knock Thomas Hearns out. Have to Marvin Hagler out. You gonna have Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? They always trying to win. This guy was content with getting beat up by a guy in the average fighter, getting beat up, lose the fight, smiling and laughing, and said, "Man, you did a great job." And then he gonna go home and he's gonna cry.
Well,
He
worse
looked like he wanted to cry in the ring.
Well, worse than that, Julius. I don't even think it was about. I don't even think it was about him being happy. I think Chris Colbert is just legitimately weak. I like not even weak of mind. I'm talking about weak of body. Like he does not possess
Right.
the physical strength to do shit else besides just get beat up. Like
We
He
know
looked
that
good
because he
in
ain't got
some of
no
his
knockout.
fights, though. That's the crazy thing. There was one fight he had with some Dominican dude, and he put the beats on him.
Uh,
And
you know what I'm saying? Thank Al Heyman. Thank Al Heyman. That
I,
was matchmaking. That's matchmaking, bro.
and a lot of those dudes were coming up to 130, I believe. Like Tug was coming
Right.
up. Our Arboleda was coming up. Beltran, I think he was coming up. Mercado was coming up. Brion, like a lot of these guys, they weren't. That wasn't their their first starter weight class and everything. But
Right.
I just don't think that for this particular person, he was physically strong enough to do anything. And once you realize the guy was fast, he didn't know how to handle pressure. He didn't watch any tape. Like you could tell that he's never been in this kind of situation, and he just handled it poorly. He handled it super poorly. But also,
And all
we got to take.
remember
Oh,
he
go
was
ahead.
talking shit with Jim Gray, talking about some
yeah,
nigga. I don't watch no fucking tape, nigga. We don't do
right.
that shit.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
Idiocy.
And let me say this too.
I don't know how it's supposed to
Training
go.
Chris Colbert needs to fight at 135. I saw Chris Colbert look like a different person weighing in than he did fight night. He looked like a different person. Like literally, he needed to fight at 35. And this goes to show just because you fight down in a weight class doesn't mean you're gonna still have success. Just fight your weight class, man. You can't
Yeah.
punch, you just can't punch. That's all there is to it.
I'm
There's
looking at
other
the
ways to win in a fight besides punching.
I'm looking at the guy that beat Chris Colbert, his box rec. He has 10 knockouts out of 15 fights, but he got a lot of no contests. Which is
Right.
I'm trying to figure out what the fuck that's about. Is it steroids? Is it like fouls? Like
Well,
what the
no contest could be anything from drugs to headbutts.
yeah,
You know what
I'm trying to figure out
I'm saying?
what that's about.
I haven't heard anything guy being a part of PEDs, but
Yes,
but
yes,
I
three
am
no
a
contests.
baseball. Let me say this: I am a baseball guy, and I'm heavy in the major leagues and all of that. And any person that's a ball guy, if you bring up Dominicans, they are going to tell you they have a history. EDs. David Ortiz got voted into the Hall of Fame on PEDs. He wasn't even close to being the player Barry Bonds was. But when Barry Bonds admitted to using PEDs, never tested for a test, people vilified him. They said, "Oh, well, almost 800 home runs, but it was steroid driven." David Ortiz tested positive for steroids. Sammy Sosa, steroids. You know what I'm saying? On top of skitching. So I'm just man.
Right, yeah. I think if Garrett, I think number one, I think Colbert should fight Gary Russell Jr. Next because that shit will be funny. But
Man, Gary Russell don't need to fight that loser, bro. And I'm trying to be Gary Russell to fight that loser. He has nothing to offer Gary Russell. Nothing. A win over Chris Colbert. I'm not trying to diss what you're saying, D Hive, but Chris Colbert needed that back, and he needs to just let Al Heyman give him a couple warm ups or feeding him to big name guys. That'll be cool too. Let him
well,
be a journeyman.
that's what I'm saying because Gary Russell is going to be coming off a layoff and surgery and rehab.
I
So
think I think I got you, but I just think that Gary Russell is not gonna take any more tune-ups, even off the surgery. Gary Russell going straight into the fire. So I don't think that
He
I
want to
he
go
mean,
might
straight
fight.
to
How
he
about
talking
this?
about this Messiah shit still.
Yeah,
yeah, he ain't gonna get no rematch off them people.
That's what I'm saying. Like what?
yeah.
they're not
But
gonna. They're
he
not
got
gonna.
he do have a shot at getting a rematch. Only if Al Heyman want him to have one, he can get one. It's up to
He,
Al Heyman.
he better come back and not try to talk so much shit.
I think he need to go for Tank Davis. I'm just being
Oh,
honest, man. I think it's the time to make that fight because he lost the fight, but you still can sell that fight in the DMV. You can have those guys fight, and they can sell out in D. And if Gary Russell is fully healthy, he's still a threat. And Tank Davis knocks out Gary Russell, no one's gonna be talking about Gary Russell lost to the Filipino guy because the shoulder was messed up.
Everybody know that shit. Even the
Right. That's why
Filipinos
I'm
know that
saying
shit. That's
I
why
can
they
see,
not
I can
bragging
see
about
that
it. Cause they
fight.
like,
yeah, they're not. They're pretty quiet, especially now that the WBC talking about Ray Vargas might fight Messiah because Ray Vargas
Oh,
gonna beat that
Ray
dude ass.
Vargas gonna beat him.
Yeah, Ray Vargas gonna beat the shit out of him.
Yeah. Ray Vargas remind me of Victor Postal. They very similar fighters, good technical fighters, not punchers, but you ain't running in on them either.
Hey
Man,
Julius, I'm getting a lot of static and echo from you. Do you want to come out and come back in?
yeah, I'm a roll out.
yeah,
All right. Yeah, but yeah, no, Ray Vargas gonna whoop Messiah ass, and they pretty much know that. So that's why they're not even like, oh, Messiah's the next big thing. They're not even. They finally done learned from Tiafimo, Lomachenko, Josh Taylor, and all these motherfuckers to not anoint people because they got one decent dub under garbage circumstances.
yep. Because man, oh man, the type of ass whooping Josh Taylor, he deserved that type of ass whooping because it saved him. It saved him for a future ass whipping. Because if he would have beat Jack Catterall, Like, okay, he beat Jack Harrell, but if he would have, convincingly beat him and then went straight to a Bud fight,
Oh my god.
people would be super shocked seeing him get stopped so bad.
When people, I mean, that would be good for that'd be good for Bud and his fan base because they'd be like, yeah, see, he stopped the great, the unbeatable, the fucking
Yeah,
unbelievable Josh Taylor, But now they're like, ah, shit, Bud gonna waste this motherfucker. uh,
that shit was funny seeing the top ranked staff scramble talking about what Bob Arum said. He read off a card talking about Bob Arum said, despite what's going on, he's still willing to make a Terrence Crawford versus Josh Taylor fight. You see, he's not racist.
yeah, because if I'm Josh Taylor and my next fight I'm getting my ass beat horribly, I need compensation to take at least a year off. Yeah, I would try to make a Terrence Crawford fight too at this point. Because like I said, if Josh Taylor looked any kind of good, I'm pretty sure Bob Arum would just match him with somebody else at 147 for a while, to keep him busy or whatever until get him in line for the titles. But again, I don't even know. I think he's gonna vacate all the belts. But if he looked any kind of good, he would try to push him on somebody else. Like he would try to line them up for a Spence mandatory or let them get undisputed and see what's cracking after. But
What a
now,
shitty way to leave a weight class.
yeah, it's like basically with an L. Well, with two L's in my opinion, because I don't think he beat Regis. Again, I'm gonna keep saying
Yeah,
it.
me neither. I watched that shit again. I was like, oh hell no.
Yeah, Regis beat the shit out of him.
Y'all confident calling this nigga y'all champ? All right. Y'all was confident saying he beats Bud and he barely, bro. He didn't even beat Regis.
Right. Like
Bro, these people are nuts. You know what it is? It's because they don't really have that many fighters. So when they get one that's a little bit of decent, they take it overboard.
yeah, like the Ukraine, like Eastern Europe has a good history of fighters, but at the lower weight classes, Lomachenko is an anomaly. They usually don't compete that low. So when Lomachenko came out, I was like, oh my god, because usually the Ukrainians are in the heavyweights and shit. So when
Yeah.
Lomachenko came out, they were like, holy fuck, oh my god, he's the best thing ever. Gets his ass whooped twice. Oh, he's still the best thing ever. So because like the Ukraine had Klitschko, they had fucking Postal. They had I don't know if Pirog's Ukrainian, but they had Gvozdyk, they had him. But yeah, they have like much like the UK, they have like 10 fighters in all of history we're talking about. So each time a new one comes along and looks better than average, they got to big up them.
It was so funny when they showed Josh Taylor fucking country's history of boxers. They gotta pull out the motherfucking tape from the early 1900s and 18.
Yeah, yeah, bro. Like that's why they can't stop talking about Tyson Fury because if you look at British boxing history, all of their best fighters have been black except for like three. and one of those three is Joe Calzaghe, and even his legacy is in question if we're really keeping it real because he only got a win over past his prime fucking Roy Jones. So it's like what are we really talking about? But if you take those people away, like, they're like, oh, and Lennox Lewis is Jamaican. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Lennox Lewis is Jamaican, so y'all can't even take credit for that one. So yeah, your boxing history is terrible. Y'all have literally Nigel Benn, Chris Eubanks Sr., and whoa, fucking Frank Bruno. Like y'all don't have shit. That's why Tyson Fury is exciting to y'all.
And that's why they're willing to put all that cheating shit to the side because they're like, fucking, this is what we got. You know what I'm saying? Got to deal with what we got to deal with. And my thing is, check this out. With Josh Taylor, how do you think they're going to spend his career now? Because you can't say he's this great pound for pound star now.
If they were smart, they would have him get the biggest bag possible, fight Bud in the UK, and pray he doesn't get stopped.
He's going to get stopped.
Yeah, of course, because Bud already know if it's in the UK, you got to stop a nigga.
Yeah.
but Bud and them ain't
beat the shit out of this dude.
yeah, but Bud and them ain't stupid. They know if they fight in the UK, they're gonna have to stop dudes. So Bud gonna come out round one looking for the stoppage, and that's just gonna get Taylor hurt.
You can hear the British TV announcers now. Oh my God! Round one stoppage of
we never saw it coming. We didn't think it would happen. Like, nigga,
yeah, exactly.
what are you talking about?
Bud make that shit a real short night.
That's just like when he was fighting Ricky Burns and they were talking all that shit. I'm like, bro, Ricky Burns hasn't like barely won a round. The fuck are you talking about? Like Bud is beating the shit out of this dude. Then when they finally stop him, they're like, there it appears he stopped him. Well, it wasn't what we thought it was gonna be, but he got it done. I'm like, bro, he stopped him in the first half. The fuck?
He said
like,
he said Josh Taylor, David Abination will be Josh Taylor's first fight at welterweight.
yeah, something like that. They have to break him in easy. Because again, if you put him against someone like if you put him against any big ass punchers, based on what we just saw, shit could go wrong. Like if you put him in there with Conor Ben, that's a risk.
And
Virgil,
I was looking at Josh Taylor too. I'm like, is he damaged goods? Because that right eye seen a little. I don't know. It's like when you get hit right there, it start fluffing up real fast.
yeah, probably because the thing is, Regis after getting that blood down, Regis probably left a lot of scar tissue in there, and scar tissue is permanent. That's why you could basically sneeze on Gabe Rosado and his face starts bleeding.
Mm.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Catterall ain't no massive puncher. He got 26 dubs and he got 13 knockouts. So he ain't no super duper massive puncher. You put him in there with motherfuckers that crack, and yeah, buddy. this career gonna be the
They might
rise
be
and
trying to
fall.
make fucking Taylor Lippin hits.
Oh, Lippin is back at 140.
Uh,
So yeah, Boots whooped his ass back down. He's like, nah, this 147 shit is not the business. And
shit,
honestly,
that nigga damn near
honestly,
kill me.
yeah, honestly, I would if I was Josh Taylor, the best position would be to just maneuver around 140 and make some defenses for a while because at 147 again is risky. If this is how you respond to a Jack Catterall, bro, nobody is playing on 140. Who they going?
You gonna lose points, and then you try going for a knockout and get knocked out.
They're gonna have to match him with like James Martin. James Martin is at welterweight. He has no knockouts. They're gonna have to match with somebody like him.
Nah, you just fuck around and have to fight Jamal James.
Oh, see, even some shit like that. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's what I'm saying. Fuck it. Might as well take something like that.
well, Jamal James needs to move up in weight. He's been at fucking 147 for
I
too
don't
long.
know what he's. I think he might stay at 147.
Oh God. I mean, I mean, good
Yeah.
for you, Jamal James. But
He
I
need to fight
personally,
Michael Fox.
yeah, that's a good fight. Hopefully, they're in the process of making
Nah, I
that.
don't think that's just happening.
Why not? They both not in title position.
I
What the
know,
fuck?
but I don't know.
Fuck else they doing?
I don't know if Jamal James on. You think he might be on suspension
For what?
from that fight?
He didn't get. Did he get beat up that bad? I mean, of course there was blood because it's boxing, but it didn't seem like he had anything like a nose broken or an eye socket busted or anything like that. It just, it got stopped. Like he wasn't unconscious. The ref stopped it, and it didn't even go close to 12. It went what 7?
I don't know, but I want to see that fight versus Thanos versus Butev.
Yeah, it's gonna be funny as hell. And those little motherfuckers swinging on each other.
They both about to knock each other out.
I mean, it's just Stanionis, like I said, Stanionis versus Josh Taylor. You know what? I think Stanionis versus Virgil Ortiz Jr. would be a good fight. People are talking that shit, but I'm gonna tell you this. The reason why Triple G didn't want to fight Deverenchenko is because Triple G knew that Deverenchenko came from the same exact school he did. He knew that Deverenchenko knew every single thing that he knew, and they were training around the same, they're training in the same school. And it's kind of like in those old kung fu movies or samurai movies when you're at an academy and then you meet up with someone 20 years later and they were a student at the same academy, but now they're your arch nemesis. They know all the same shit you know. I'm gonna say this: Virgil Ortiz Jr. and Stanionis are from different schools, but they fight very identically.
That nigga Triple G said I was scared.
Yeah. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. Cozy Rito. I'm leaning that way. I think Stanionis would probably whoop on Virgil Ortiz Jr. because they come from the same school, but I believe that Stanionis is stronger. I believe Stanionis is stronger. I believe he punches harder despite not having all knockouts, and I believe that he can take Virgil's power. I mean,
Man, I heard them punches. I heard them punches, man. I don't give a fuck what nobody said. Go watch. Matter of fact, I got film on my phone. The way he punched on motherfucking
Colazo.
Hold on, matter of fact, hold on. That shit looked like it hurt. Colazo found a way out.
Yeah, Colazo was like, hell no, I'm fucking 40. I don't want to be sounding like Evander Holyfield, try to talk to my wife and kids, be like, hey, I will hand me that shit over there. Go ahead, hand me it over there. And I said, hand me that shit over there.
Exactly. You know what I'm
sounded
saying?
like that. Nigga sounded like fucking Danny Glover and Lethal Weapon. Relatively, relatively, like niggas, nobody wants to sound like speak fucking English, Danny. Shit.
Damn, hold on. Where is my shit?
Yeah, and that's not to say that Virgil Ortiz Jr. isn't a good fighter, but in those situations when you're fighting someone from that fights the same as you, and it comes to a shootout. Oh, what's up, Amram? But yeah, no. In situations like that, I think when it comes to a shootout, it just becomes who's the stronger, more accurate puncher. Um,
I was there. Look.
that left hook, man, he had him rethinking some shit.
Look at the. Hold on.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh shit, hold on." He had to stand there for a second. He was like, "Wait."
That shit was breaking them down, bro. I'm telling you.
Nah, I believe it, bro. Stay on is strong as fuck. Stay on is strong as fuck. Yeah, man. And Stanionis is from Lithuania, I believe. I
Yeah.
know. Yeah, I know that Lithuania, they got one of the strongest men in history. His name is Zydrunas Savickas. He was world's strongest man like 7 times or some shit.
Palazzo had a little rally, and then he got punched on.
Nah, that wasn't even doing shit. Stanionis just like, all right, hurry up and throw that little shit so I can get my shit off.
Let's go.
Damn.
And
Ah,
then he said, "Oh, headbutt." Nigga, nah, nigga. I don't give a fuck what he said, bro. He was looking for a way out of that shit.
yeah, bro.
Cause he look, you see that he just felt two of them before that. He said,
Every,
"Oh hell no."
every punch stopped his legs from moving. He had to stop and look like, oh shit. Okay, wait, hold on. Like every single punch, he had to stop and look at him like, damn, you really hitting that hard?
Yeah, I was there in the building that night. Hold on. I was there when Mike Fox got robbed.
Oh yeah, that with that mastery bullshit. Yeah, it's sad I never got avenged. They don't even want to run that back.
Yeah, fuck it. Just gotta leave that shit in history.
Yeah. I'm still waiting to see where Gary Antoine Russell gonna be in the rankings because he's currently not ranked by any of the bodies. But if Postal was number 7 by the WBC, then I need to see Gary Antoine Russell name on here. They better hurry up. Cause ain't no way in fuck they can put Keith Thurman. They can put Keith Thurman rank him top 10 off of a Barrios win, but not fucking not Gary Antoine. So I need to see that switch up.
Man.
TFE Mustache Taylor. You know what? I literally said it on Twitter. I was like, hey, watch all of a sudden these motherfuckers try to make Tiafimo versus Josh Taylor because Josh Taylor gonna vacate all them belts. And also, even if he were to stay at 140, they don't know how long Josh Taylor be able to keep him because of the mandatories he had coming up. So yeah, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised because or they might have him try to fight Jose Cepeda, but he might be able to outbox Jose Cepeda. But he have Matias coming up, people like Gary Antoine, Brandon Lee too far behind in the rankings. He wouldn't fight Regis Prograis again, so that don't matter. Or Alberto Pollo coming for that WBA, so yeah. So I wouldn't be shocked if all of a sudden he's like, you know what, T.O., how about we get you in there for that Josh Taylor action, huh? Because people were talking about Arnold Barboza. Again, Arnold Barboza is nothing, bro. He can't fucking punch. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck what people think about Arnold Barboza. He ain't shit.
He's pillow fisted.
Yeah, I'm tired of hearing about this motherfucker. He has 26 fights, 10 fucking knockouts. And the thing is, he hasn't really been fighting anybody notable. His best win is fucking old ass, dusty ass Mike Alvarado. Like, come on, bro.
He doesn't deserve a Teofimo Lopez fight. No, I'm talking shit.
No, I mean, it is. I just it's a soft touch, and if Tiafimo get beat by that dude, that'd be fucking embarrassing. Because even in the skills department, even like he could have all knockouts. When I see the skills, I'm like, he's your average. Like y'all like what y'all say about Bevel, I say about Arnold Barboza. He's average. He's an average fucking boxer, and anybody with too much power or too much skill is gonna stop him. Like Gary Antoine Russell, the shit wouldn't even be competitive. He would annihilate this dude. Even Subriel Matias. Subriel Matias isn't the best boxer on the planet, and his defense needs Christ. But he hits so hard, none of that usually matters.
What you think about Matias versus Gary Russell?
That's a good fight, but I think Gary Russell beat him because he doesn't move his head. You're not going to beat a boxer if you don't move your head and you don't jab often. So that's a good fight, but Gary Russell beat him. Might even knock him smooth out because Matias moves his head so little. That right hook that he missed on Postal, he probably landed that motherfucker on Matias. So yeah, I think Gary Russell will get that. Damn, Matias 29. Black don't crack. He look young as hell.
Who?
Matias.
How old is he?
He's 29. He look young.
Shit. I mean, 29 ain't that old, nigga. Goddamn.
Well, I'm saying it's that melanin. He looks like he's like 25.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying he looks like a fucking baby. I'm saying that he looks that he doesn't look like he's almost 30. He looks like he's 24, 25. That melanin.
What you think about who should Gervonta fight next, man? If not Rolly.
Well, I'm gonna say after Rolly, shit. I wish he would fight fucking Josh Taylor, but he at 135 right now. So shit, he should fight Lomachenko. He should fight Gary Russell if he wanted. He should fight Chris Colbert. Shit, he could fight the nigga that just beat Chris Colbert. To be honest.
What they gonna say he a bum and Chris Colbert was nobody?
Yeah, I'm saying like this dude, he's 15-0, got 10 knockouts. He can clearly punch. He almost stopped Chris Colbert, who motherfuckers was calling Little B-Hop for no reason. Hey, Tank, go ahead.
I ain't never, ever called that nigga fucking Little B-Hop.
I'm still trying to figure out who gave him that fucking name. I'm like, dude, nothing about what you've done looks like Bernard Hopkins. You cook a few fucking bums, and all of a sudden you talking about some damn Bernard Hopkins. See, this is what happens when all the social media, all the gratitude, it gets inside your head. It happened to Tiafimo, it happened to Colbert, and it's gonna it happened to Josh Taylor, and it's gonna happen to other people. Yeah, but I also said
Cambosa's next.
Oh yeah, because Cambosa was gonna get his ass whooped next fight regardless, so I ain't even tripping off that. But yeah, no, I think he could fight those people. He could fight William Zepeda. I said I like the William Zepeda fight. I said I like the El Rayo fight. I like the Frank Martin fight, but got a lot of options. Got a lot of options. Shit, he can even fight Cambosis. I mean, I would hope that Devin Haney would get that fight, but if you want to fight Cambosis, fight Cambosis. Shit, I don't give a fuck. Oh wow, okay. Chris had B-Hop's nickname since the Emmys. Wow, they really thought he was that nigga, huh? I mean, they must have. I would love to see some amateur tape because they must have really thought he was like,
Why would they think he's Little B-Hop though? Where did that come from? Like, what did he do? Like, did he do like a B-Hop signature move or what?
That's what I'm saying. Like, was he styling on dudes that hard to where it was like Bernard Hopkins comparison? Yeah, he changes the prime time for that NFL player. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say that Chris Colbert isn't an incredibly skilled fighter because that would be a lie.
Man, if I was
But
prime time, I'll call that nigga the night of the fight and say, bro, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. After that performance, that ain't no prime time shit.
fucked up. You would have him relinquish the nickname.
As fast as he got it.
Oh damn. Nah, I mean, look, I'm talking shit because Chris Colbert was talking shit. I'm not down on him as a fighter. I don't think he's garbage. I don't think he's trash. I just think he has some adjustments to make, especially if he's not gonna put in time and work to becoming physically stronger. If you're not gonna increase your physical strength and your ability to land quality punches on people, then you need to make some boxing adjustments. Like he got on my nerves because he was doing that shit where he paws out the jab. I hate that. I hate that. Especially if you're dealing with a pressure fighter. I can't stand when I see dudes dealing with pressure and they're just pawing out the jab. I'm like, it's not even just about getting a knockout. You need to score fucking points. You need to be throwing. Wait, your microphone is super low.
Oh, I said if you're gonna paw the jab, at least have a right hand behind it.
Right, exactly. You gotta do something off the jab. You gotta be active. Like they see people like Klitschko and Fury and fucking Wilder paw the jab, and I'm like, they're pawing to create distance because they're like 7 feet fucking tall. You're a midget, bro. You can't be affording to paw no fucking jab because you're gonna keep them off you for 2 inches and then get popped in your shit. Anthony Gettis said he let a boat naked. He let a boat
Crystal let a
naked.
boat naked nigga.
Cause that's the thing, right? Like a lot of them own bodegas in New York. Oh man, that's fucked up. Oh shit, man. Oh my god, yeah, that did happen. It's rather unfortunate. And I thought it was hilarious how he was talking about, oh yeah, let's run it back. I'm like, bro, you just gave this man your fucking free title shot. He ain't running shit back. What the fuck is you talking about? Oh yeah, come on. He said that like 3 or 4 times. Let's run it back. Let's run it back. Let's run it back. I'm like, dude, no, you got to go back to the drawing board and sit your ass down, bro. Because and it's fucked up now because Shakur Stevenson and Keyshawn and fucking O'Shaggy Foster are looking at you like some food. And he's in the Josh Taylor situation. Now, not only did you take an L, but people looking at you like you weak now. You look like food for the rest of the division. Shit, I don't even know if somebody like Eduardo Ramirez might be able to come and beat your ass at this point. I don't know, bro. It's not a good situation to be in right now.
My cousin, he's a casual, and I remember like a while ago, he had called me and he was talking about boxing because when your family know you fuck with boxing, they'll try to get you up, talk to you about it. He was
Right.
like, "Yeah, I seen this guy named B Hop, little B Hop on TV. You style it. You think he could fuck with Tank?" And I remember telling him like, "Bro, hell the fuck no. I need to call his ass and tell him this. What the fuck just happened to that person he just brought up?" Cause that nigga B Hop, man, goddamn. I'm calling this nigga little B Hop. That nigga fucking
Just call him Colbert. Call him by
Chris
his name.
Colbert,
Yeah, his name is Colbert.
little Mexico. You know what I'm saying?
Little taqueria.
Yeah, this nigga here is a fucking trip. But man, it's just like, dude. And then people just like, how can you guys be so cruel to him? It's like, nigga, he started this shit. This is what the fuck
He was talking about killing people. He was talking about killing Shakur. It's like, for what? First of all, you're not going to kill a goddamn thing in the ring because you don't punch hard enough. You were like 16 fights in and you only had 6 knockouts. So fuck all that. Next off, no, Shakur would embarrass you. Shakur would make you look like an idiot. So I don't even know where that came from. Oh yeah, he was talking to gang shit to Jamel Herring, and Jamel Herring in his weight class. Yeah, yeah, you probably gonna have to go see Jamel player because you was talking a gang of shit, and now and now that the fight's actually possible because you done fucked around and lost your title shot, and neither one of y'all got titles. Hey, that's a good fight. That's a good fight.
I thought Heron wanted to hang it up.
Me too, honestly. But I mean, there's still some people he can wash in the division. There's still money to be made. He's not super old. How old is he? Like 34?
Yeah,
Let's see. Jamel Herring. Oh shit, no, Jamel Herring 36. Yeah, you getting up there. Probably got maybe, one, two more fights. Just no more fucking southpaws. Because, goddamn.
dude, I kind of felt bad for him during that Herring fight, and I ain't gonna lie, I did pick him off of sympathy shit because I'm like, he's cool. I'm friends with him on Facebook. I don't want to be seen like no fake nigga. Be like, yeah, that nigga about to get his ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? But it's
Nah,
like shit happens, man. But like, he got whooped so bad, man. Like, I seen it. The ref literally like pushed Shakur threw a punch, and the ref literally blocked the punch for Herring.
like, no. Jumping in the way. No.
Did you see that? It's like he thought he threw like one more fucking straight right hand, and the fucking ref just like pushed Shakur's arm. Yeah, man.
I'm
Can you
not
hear me?
gonna. Yeah, I can.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. I picked Shakur to wash Jamel in a clean decision. I had no clue it was gonna be that bad.
That yeah, me
Like,
neither.
halfway through the fight, I was telling Jamel to throw some fucking punches because it wasn't even competitive. It was just child abuse. It was Jamel watching himself get his own ass whooped. It was terrible. I felt bad. I was like, wow, this is fucking awful. It wasn't even entertaining to watch. It was literally just Shakur beating his ass, and he was so shocked by the speed he just couldn't adjust. Even Bomac's dumbass instructions was like, all right, man, you got to figure it out. You got to get on the inside, put some pressure, rough him up. And the only time he had some success is when he started elbowing and putting them in headlocks and all that veteran shit that Shakur wasn't used to. That's why Shakur started crying and shit to the referee, like, "Hey, man, break it up, something." Jamel was like, "Nah, nigga." But the moment Shakur pivoted out and got that space, oh god, it was terrible. He was just fucking just pew pew, just punch like an octopus. This nigga was just punching like eight at a time.
I started to feel like Canelo when I seen that shit, man. No more Mexicans, no more blacks against blacks, nigga. Because that shit was bad, man.
Yeah, no, just no more fucking southpaws for Jamel Herring. Jamel Herring cannot handle southpaws. For some reason, he's a southpaw that can't fucking fight southpaws. Shit is weird.
Dude, I don't. But he, you know what I'm saying, Herring, he did beat the shit out of Frampton. I'd say that. I give
No,
him that.
yeah, he retired him.
He
One
beat
up.
the he made that nigga do an uppercut. He uppercutted that nigga. He went straight into the fucking. He fell back like the Matrix or some shit.
Yeah, 100%. Just like he smoked that Japanese dude for the title. Yeah, he's strong, good fighter, but for some reason, fucking southpaws just I don't know. He cannot adjust.
I'm surprised fucking Shakur fights at 130. He needs to move up, man.
Well,
I think
after,
for some reason I just feel like I get it. You could prolong your career and make a lot of money just hanging around in the weight division to move up, when a big money fight is there. But sometimes I be thinking like, man, you guys can create y'all buzz and become that big star right now if y'all wanted to. Like stepping up and trying to fight Javante Davis and shit. Step
well,
up and try to fight Haney.
well,
Yeah.
the thing about that is that Tank is in a Canelo like situation where he only fights who he wants to
Just
fight.
fight, yeah.
So that's that situation. You can't put yourself in position to fight Tank because if it's between a belt and whoever he wants to fight, he'll just come up off the belt. So that don't matter. Haney, yes, but they're taking advantage of their youth not only to get belts and stuff like that, but to also get some good experience. Valdez is good experience for Shakur. Valdez isn't quite a pressure fighter
Nigga, I
because
feel like motherfucking Herring was gonna be a harder fight for fucking Shakur Stevenson than fucking Valdez.
I think it's
I
going.
pick Herring to beat Valdez.
Well, a lot of people didn't think that, which is why they were hoping that Valdez would jump right to the Herring fight. But Herring is a man. He's like, I ain't ducking no smoke. I'll fight Shakur. I don't give a shit. So that happened. So now all of a sudden everyone's cool on Valdez fighting fucking
Oh
Navarrete and shit.
yeah, that was supposed to happen because they
Yes.
were about to make a Valdez versus Herring at a point. And
Mm-hmm.
then Jay Prince, he was like, nah, nigga, I got these baseball bats, nigga. You know what
Because
I'm saying?
they was gonna try to prize because Shakur Stevenson became the mandatory. They could have had the fight without it, but I think it was Herring. Herring just didn't want to be looked at as
Like
a
looking
duck.
like a sucker, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
so
he
he was
active
like,
on Twitter. Niggas were like, bro, what's going on, nigga? You really ducked that nigga?
right. So he was like, I ain't ducking nobody. So he fought Shakur, went ahead and took his L. And then right after that, people lost complete interest in the title unification. They were like, oh yeah, Valdez should go ahead and fight Navarrete. I'm like, wait, what? Why?
Navarrete of all the people. And I don't care what nobody say. They try to say, oh, you nigga, the lawsuit didn't push things. Nigga, it did. Because there's still articles of Bob Arum saying, quoting Bob Arum from interviews saying that, yeah, nigga, I'm trying to make Navarrete versus Valdez.
He's on tape saying that Valdez doesn't want the fucking Stevenson fight. He's
Shakur
saying,
and Stevenson.
yeah, he's like, yeah, they prefer Navarrete. I'm like, nigga,
That's
they prefer. Fuck that. Ain't this boxing? The fuck you mean they prefer? Make the unification. Shit.
belts only mean stuff in certain situations, but shit, man. Let me see. Hold on. I gotta get up out of here though.
All right, no problem.
Shit, we got some
Thanks for
more
having.
boxing news coming soon. Hopefully.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me up. Y'all have a good night.